What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Evil Tactics here. And today I want to talk about CitizenCon 2025 going digital. What does it mean? Why are they doing this? And some people's takes on why they think it's a bad thing. Now, personally, we're going to jump right into this because I don't want this to be a long video or a stretched out video. So, first, I'm going to read off what they said and my thoughts around it. So here we go. They said, mark your calendars. CitizenCon Direct lands October 11th. Hi, everyone. The team is hard at work on our upcoming major milestones, and the energy is high as we push forward. Squadron 42 is progressing well as we work toward next year's release. And across Star Citizen, our focus remains on delivering meaningful, measurable improvements and fresh content with every patch. With that in mind, we're doing things a little differently this year. While there won't be a traditional in-person CitizenCon in 2025, we're thrilled to introduce CitizenCon Direct, a special digital showcase that brings the excitement straight to you. This year's format helps us keep the momentum while still giving the community some truly special to look forward to. So, mark your calendars for October 11th. You can expect plenty of reveals, exciting surprises, and a fun way for many of you to take part in the festivities alongside CIG developers, no matter where you are in the world. Let's just say, while it's a digital event, that doesn't mean we won't be seeing many of you in person at Bar Citizen watch parties around the globe. More details for those to come soon. Now, I'm not going to get into the frequently asked questions, because something had me a little confused when they were announced, all the Bar Citizens. And there were a lot of them. And they were all around the world. So, that led me to believe originally that we may not have an in-person CitizenCon this year. And here we are, not getting it. Now, some people have said that they're not doing this because they're out of money. Well, that's not the case. The company has hit an all-time high since Kickstart. $800 million brought in. Now, does that mean all $800 million is still there? Most definitely not. A lot of that's been used on productions, paying of the employees, paying for the technologies that they are building from the ground up, so on and so forth. There's a lot of expenses in running a company and developing a game. It's not cut and dry as some people want to think it is. I think going digital for 2025 is actually a smart move for multiple reasons. It means they do not have to pull their developers to another country. They do not have to spend money on some extravagant shoot. I just had a oh god. It's 2:30 in the morning. They don't have to spend money on all this stuff that they're going to need to have on site. So, event lighting, event backdrops. They won't have to move that almost life-size Super Hornet that they have built. So, a lot of it is they save a lot logistically. They also don't have to pay to fly all their employees to wherever CitizenCon was going to be this year. So they're saving a lot of money while being able to keep their developers close to home, if not in-house, focusing on getting Squadron 42 out the door. They're able to keep those developers working on Star Citizen. That way, they're not running a skeleton crew back at headquarters. Because as we all saw, when 4.0 launched around the holiday season, it was a rough one. Because a lot of them had gone on Christmas break or holiday break. And with a lot of people on holiday break, that meant we did not have a lot of developers where we needed them. Now, there were a few that were working probably remote from home, getting hot fixes going, trying to get things stable. I did end up stuck in Keshler for 32 hours during 4.0 preview. But, them going digital, I think, is great because not only do we not have to wait for the YouTube video to drop and whatnot, they're going to be live on Twitch, they're going to be live on YouTube, and there's no paywall behind it. Now, does this mean we might see our first Twitch drops coming through with this live CitizenCon? Maybe. I mean, a lot of people have been asking for Twitch drops to come their way with Star Citizen. So, who knows? Maybe we'll see that. With it being live streamed, live on Twitch and YouTube, and who knows what other platforms, it's a big thing. It's a big deal. Because by going digital, like I said, they're able to save a lot of money. Yes, there's still going to be production cost. Backdrops, overlays, things like that. That's still going to cost money to produce. It's still going to be interesting, which I think they're just going to use the set for the set they use for Star Citizen Live. I don't think this means the company's hurting. I think this is a smart, strategic idea. I don't think this has anything to do with the LA branch closing down. We already knew that the UK team had taken over a lot from the US developers. So it was only a matter of time before they shut down that studio. With that being said, I'm excited for this year's CitizenCon because we have Squadron 42 hot on the heels of this CitizenCon. And with Squadron 42's release, I think Star Citizen is going to go full afterburner after SQ42. Why? Because the developers will be freed up that have been working on Squadron 42. They'll be able to go help with Star Citizen side of things. A lot of the assets will be able to be ported over to Star Citizen, the military ships and whatnot. And we're just going to start seeing a lot of crankouts. I don't think we're going to see 1.0 in the next year. I would be highly surprised. I would say, if I had to guess, maybe a 1.0 come 2027. But my take on Star Citizen, CitizenCon, going digital this year is not a big deal. I'm excited for it. I can't wait to see what they're going to show us. I do hope that this year's Invictus, which is coming up here in a few weeks to a month, I think we're going to have a lot of cool stuff released. A lot of ships are going to go on sales. I am looking forward to DrayCon, and I plan on hopefully doing some videos and really getting the Star Citizen side of things going for my channel. But this is just my thought on CitizenCon going straight to digital this year. Obviously, when Squadron 42 releases in 2026, I have a feeling that that's going to be a live in-person launch. But I'm not worried. I've been backing this game since 2015. So 10 years now I've been playing and back in this game continuously. I feel everyone's pain with the bugs, but then again, those bugs sometimes give us content creators something to make content out of. Because some of the bugs are just hilarious. Others are aggravating. But for the most part, where Star Citizen sits, I'm excited. I can't wait for the future. And I hope you guys are excited as well. Because this year's CitizenCon, I think, is going to be huge. But that's my thoughts. What do you guys think? Sound off in the comments. Head on over to Twitch, which is twitch.tv/TheEvilTactics. Hit that like and subscribe button. Tell me what you think. I would love to hear from you guys. Go follow me on all socials and let's have a chat about it. With that being said, you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. I hope to see you guys out there. Stay safe in the verse. And as always, my friends, stay tactical. I'll see you next time.